Check it out, guys. My wife bought a ukulele. I learned 3 chords on it. So this channel's probably gonna be about 50% ukulele. Read to your kids. Hey everybody, I'm Eli Stouth. This is Read to Your Kids, and today we're taking another look at a single book. This time, it's going to be a little bit newer, Hike. Now Hike is a brand new one, well, a pretty new one. It came out in March of this year. Pete Oswald, no stranger to illustrating killer kids books. He did the whole The Good Egg, The Bad Seed, The Cool Bean, all of which will have spent their fair share of time on the New York Times bestsellers list. So he's down to go right here, right? #1 New York Times bestselling illustrator. But Hike is his first book that he just did the whole thing by himself. He was not illustrating someone else's authorship. He's just doing the story. Now the thing is, there are no words in this book, so I guess he just illustrated another one. It was kind of like, Jory John, I don't need your words. I'm sure he doesn't feel that way because he's just been killing it with that guy. But without further ado, let's have a look at the story. We start in the early morning, where a robed and coffee-carrying father wakes up his son. Can I just say I look forward to the day where I can wake up before my kids, go downstairs, make myself a coffee, stroll into their room with a warm robe and a soft smile, tussle their hair and say, "Time to get up, bud. We got a big day ahead of us." Because right now, they're always waking me up. Anyways, back to it. The boy and his dad pack their things for a hike, jump into their early 80s Toyota Land Cruiser, and head out of the city and into the mountains. The two of them hit the trails, and Pete gives us a well-balanced mix of sweeping vistas and story shots that show the steps this father and son duo take on their way to the top. They overcome challenges, enjoy rare views, and make their own contribution to the forest. Their hike takes them back down the mountain, through the city in the dying light of the day, and finishes with them in their pajamas, adding this memory to an album that stretches back generations. And did you see what he did there? Let's show it again. Let's go to that last picture. You see this? That's right. They just performed a multi-generational tradition of planting a tree together as parent and child. These two just did it. He did it with his mom. His mom did it with her dad. That father did it with grandma or grandpa or something. They're the reason there is a forest. I mean, that's amazing. I know it's fictional, so they aren't necessarily doing it, but doesn't it make you want to do it? Makes me want to do it. Makes me want to have traditions that last multiple generations. So thank you, Pete, for getting my heart stoked up on that one. Now, Pete did have to leave this little, or whoever was like, well, we got to say this at the end. Planting trees in a public place is sometimes legal, sometimes not. One good way to plant a tree is through an organization dedicated to increasing forestation. Check out thetreesremember.com or nationalforests.org. So he's like, don't get too excited. You might not be able to do this. And you probably shouldn't go planting invasive trees. I don't know if there are invasive trees, but just cool your jets. Start with the hike. That's the point. What do I like about this book? Yeah, it's the illustrations again. I mean, come on, it's a picture book. I love it when they have good illustrations. And Pete Oswald does a great job with them. And when you're publishing a book that doesn't have words in them, well, you kind of want the pictures to stand for themselves. And they certainly do. I like the little details in the boys' room at the beginning, which you might not notice until the second or third time you read through it. And it's like, oh, look, he's got things about how to plant a tree, and there's the tree there. And you realize he's packing these things that you'll notice more after you've read through it once and you're going back and doing it again. There's lots to explore in all the pictures, and he just, all the forest shots are really fantastic. I love the way the outdoors looks. It really gets you excited for going out hiking, seeing vistas like that, seeing waterfalls, doing a bit of climbing. And that takes me to number 2. I'm a father with a son. So the fact that, I mean, the book right here, look at these two. Let's just open the book up for a second. I mean, look at these two. As the dad of a boy who just turned 3, reading a book like this really gets me excited for when he is old enough and we can start making memories like this. You see the moments that these guys share, and it's literally just like a laundry list of things that any parent would want to do with their child. I think any parent. Now, obviously, you don't have to be a father and son to have this kind of feeling towards the thing. Mothers, daughters, fathers, daughters, sons and mothers, everything works. But the fact that there's a dad and a son there, you know, it just requires less imagination. Who has time to imagine things these days? Ah, thank God for kids, right? So let's go number 3. You're gonna wanna go on a hike after you read this. I mean, I usually wanna go on a hike anyways, and after I read this, it's probably exponentially increased how much I want to get out there and see the water running off of a mountain, cascading into a pool, fish jumping, eagles soaring overhead, and the feeling that your body has accomplished something, and seeing the look of fear on my son's face as it then changes into a sense of accomplishment. I mean, come on. Thanks, Pete. You got me psyched. But Pete also just does such a good job of capturing the sense of the day going on a hike while also interlacing it with all of these beautiful moments between parent and child. And then he brings it home at the end with that tree planting tradition and just adds the final layer on this already delicious story time experience. So I'm really into this one. Very happy we picked it up. It's been a hit so far. So it's great for fathers and sons. It's great for anyone who likes getting outside, going on a hike. It's great for those of you who enjoy that wordless style of picture book where you can just look through the pictures and figure out the story for yourself. So thanks, that's what I got here. I think this one's a winner, guys. I think you're gonna like it. Head to the library, pick it up, head down to the links below, grab it from Amazon. If you like this review, do me a favor and hit like. If you wanna see more of these, go ahead and subscribe and keep these coming. And if you stick around, I'll see you the next time we do one of these. Thanks.